You ever know something strange about money? Some people earn a lot, but they're always broke, and others earn normal income, yet somehow they're always fine, always calm, always covered. Same world, same prices, totally different outcomes. And here's the part most people miss. It's not really about how much you earn, it's about how quietly money leaves your life without you even noticing. Because the truth is, you don't become broke in one big moment. It happens in small, invisible leaks. A few dollars here, a quick, I deserve this there, a subscription you forgot about, a habit that feels harmless until you add it up. And if you've ever reached the end of the month wondering where your money went, this is probably the real reason. Let's talk about how to actually save as much money as possible in real life without feeling like you're punishing yourself. First, you need to understand something uncomfortable. Your brain is not built to save money, it's built to spend it. Every time you see something new, your brain treats it like a reward opportunity. That's why small purchases feel safe. That's why buying something cheap doesn't feel like a big deal. But 10 cheap decisions later, you've already wiped out your savings potential for the week. So the first real money-saving skill is not budgeting. It's awareness. Because if you can't see your spending clearly, you can't control it at all. Now here's a simple shift that changes everything. Before you buy anything that isn't essential, pause and ask yourself one question. Will this still matter to me in 7 days? Not in the moment, not when you're excited. 7 days later, because most impulse purchases die immediately when you give them time. That delay alone can save you more money than any complex financial plan. But let's go deeper. One of the biggest money drains is something most people never track: emotional spending. You're not always spending because you need something. Sometimes you're spending because you're bored or stressed or trying to feel a little better after a long day. That's the trap. Money becomes emotional medicine, and the problem is it works, just not for long. So instead of trying to stop spending, a better approach is replacing the reason behind the spending. If you're bored, don't scroll shopping apps. Change your environment. If you're stressed, don't buy comfort. Release the stress first. If you're tired, don't make financial decisions at all, because tired brains always spend more. Now let's talk about something powerful: invisible expenses. These are the small things that don't feel like real spending. Things like constant food delivery, small transport choices when you could walk, random online purchases that feel cheap but stack up fast, or upgrading your lifestyle just because your income's slightly increased. This is where most people lose control without realizing it. And here's a simple rule that quietly fixes this. If it doesn't improve your long-term life, it should not become a habit. A one-time treat is fine. A lifestyle pattern is expensive. Now let's talk about saving money without feeling deprived, because this is where most advice fails. People tell you to stop spending, but that doesn't last. So instead, flip it. Don't focus on cutting everything. Focus on protecting a portion of your money first. The moment you receive money, remove a fixed percentage immediately, before you even think about spending it, not what's left over. The opposite. Because if you wait to save what's left, there will always be nothing left. And here's something interesting. The less you see, the less you spend. Money that sits in front of you will always find a way to disappear. So reduce exposure, less browsing, less temptation, less just looking. Because just looking is usually where spending starts. Now, one more shift that changes everything. Start thinking in terms of trade-offs, not prices. Instead of asking, can I afford this? Ask, what am I giving up by buying this? Because every purchase removes something else from your future. Peace, savings, freedom options. And once you start seeing money this way, your decisions naturally become sharper. Finally, here's the truth most people only learn too late. Saving money is not about restriction. It's about control. Because when you control your spending, you don't just save money, you buy yourself freedom. Freedom from stress, freedom from paycheck pressure, freedom from constantly restarting every month at zero. And it doesn't require perfection. It just requires awareness in small, daily moments. That's it. Because money doesn't disappear in big disasters. It disappears in quiet decisions you stop noticing. And the moment you start noticing them, everything changes.